How important is knowing the correct intonation of English to feel confident? That's a good question. So Israel asks, do we need to know intonation? And I think it depends, but there are some basic things that you need. So if you want to sound natural, there are some, and if you want to be understood, there are some basic elements of tone, intonation, and stress that have to be there, especially if you want to be clearly understood. Now, some of these things are very simple, so I'll talk about stress first. When we put stress on specific words, that's the word we're focused on, right? If I say, what is she doing here? Well, I'm focusing on the fact that this person is here, and I'm wondering why this person is here. But if I say, what is she doing here? What is she doing here? Then I'm not focused on her as much, or she. I'm not focused on this person. I'm focused on the location. I would expect her to be somewhere else, perhaps. Right? And I can change the stress on the words in that sentence to change the meaning of the question each time I say it. That's called stress. And I would say that's very important if you want to be understood. Then the other piece of that is stress on pieces of words, right? And that also is important. If you want to sound natural, you have to get the feeling for stress on words, right? For example, if I say produce, same spelling, P-R-O-D-U-C-E, produce. If you say that wrong, incorrectly, you put the stress on the wrong syllable, the wrong part of the word, you will be misunderstood, perhaps, because produce means fresh fruits and vegetables, and produce means to make something, to create something. Two different meanings. So you have to get the feeling for the stress on the syllables in the words too. That's also very important. Then you have the intonation. Now, this is perhaps less important, but intonation can help you express your emotion, right? If you say, that can get across a feeling, right? Even if it's not a word. So that's why intonation is important. And sometimes it is important for meaning. If you ask a question, if you don't get the intonation right, you could confuse someone. If someone says, ready, ready, ready. Those are two different things. If I say ready, it means, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? But sometimes we don't say, are you ready? We say, ready? Notice that my voice is going up at the end. But if I say ready, that means I am ready. So it means the answer to the question, are you ready? So it's very important there, knowing the question tone. This isn't right, is it? This isn't right, is it? Well, that's another question, but it's a different kind of question. This is called a tag question, where we make a statement and then we say the negative. This isn't right, is it? Or, this isn't right, is it? What's the difference? Well, if we say this isn't right, is it? Then I'm confirming something that I'm almost certain is true. This isn't right, is it? I'm almost 100% sure, and all I need is for someone to say, yeah, that's it. But if I say, this isn't right, is it? I'm really wondering what's going on. I'm confused. I'm expressing my confusion, my doubt, my uncertainty. So the intonation there really changes the feeling of the question, the tag question. And there are lots of examples like this. So to answer this question, the answer is yes, intonation is important, both in terms of expressing your feelings and your meaning, and stress is important, especially to communicate what you mean. You have to pay attention to both. You have to develop your ear and your awareness. This is why I am against phonetic symbols to write down the pronunciation of words. I am for developing your hearing, your ability to listen, to hear what people are talking about. I am in favor of this, and I'm not in favor of writing down the pronunciation symbol. I think it's ridiculous, and I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. So, that's the answer.